I tell you what, I think the Jaguars should prioritize on both offense and defense, not only in the draft, but in this offseason. We'll do it on this bonus edition of Locked On Jaguars.
You are Locked On Jaguars, your daily Jacksonville Jaguars podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
It is your team every day here on Locked On Jaguars. We thank you for making us your first listen. I'm Tony Wiggins, the host of the Locked On Jaguars podcast, now for like 6 years, and a member of the local media here in Jacksonville for just about 2 decades. So I think I have my finger on the pulse of the team enough to let you know what's going on. It is your team every day here on the Locked On Podcast Network, the #1 sports podcast network. And we're glad to have you. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Use your profit boost on an NBA future and get entered for your chance to win a trip to the NBA Finals. Play your game with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk on this show really quick about offensive priority, speed and physicality, and our defense priority in segment 2, tackling and situational awareness. Those are the things that I want the Jaguars to focus on and look for. It doesn't mean that those things will be in abundance when they go into free agency and when they go in the draft. But if you ask me, what do they need? Those are the things. So first, let's break down what we mean on offense when we say speed and physicality. You ready? It's going to blow your mind when I tell you what we're looking for. We're looking for fast people and people that punch people in the mouth. That's exactly what. Where? Outside, if they add another running back, if they add another tight end, a dynamic guy who can make people miss to go along with their 4 wide receiver, their 4 tight end group. Although I like the group that they had last year a lot more than I think a lot of people do. But if they do add a wide receiver, so I anticipate that what you're going to see is, let's just assume it's Brian Thomas Jr., like it is now, Jacoby Myers, and hopefully by then an extended Parker Washington. There's your top 3. Travis Hunter sprinkled in here and there. What do? Do they keep Tim Patrick? Okay, so that's 4 full-time guys, and then maybe you get a dude that return punts and is dynamic. So if you keep Tim Patrick, that's where I would go. If you don't keep Tim Patrick, I might go for a big, tall, fast catch radius guy like Malachi Fields. So that's what I mean when I talk about speed. Home run, the ability to make quick plays. It's what they thought they had in Brian Thomas Jr., and they still might have it and get it back. And then when they added Travis Hunter, that's what it looked like he was turning the corner to start doing before he got banged up. So that's what I mean by speed. Just the Jaguars, I don't believe, had enough chunk plays from the line of scrimmage. I'm talking about the 60 and the 70 yarders that you saw the champions hit with guys like Rashid Shaheed and then Jackson Smith and Jigba, the 60-yarder that he got here in Jacksonville. Those big chunk explosive plays, I don't think they were devoid of them. I believe that if they had a little bit more of it, maybe they had gone a little bit too far, but I don't want to get into that because the season went where it went and it ended how it ended. As far as the physicality part of it, what I like to see the running backs do, even if Travis Etienne stays, I'd like to see him break a few more tackles. It just looks so many times like last year, it's like, oh, he's about to go. And then the sprinkler would get him, or one guy would just barely reach out and trip him up. In the case of Bayshaw Tootin, he kind of ran into a couple of dudes a couple of times. We were in the press box looking around like, didn't he see the dude was blocking? Why? He ran into both of them. He could have just took one step to the left, and it was a big hole there. But we ain't complaining too much because Tootin is known as a home run hitter, so we know he'll fix that. As far as the physicality is concerned, I think they still need to do more upgrading. I think we forget about the offensive line a little bit because they were so bad prior to last year, and then last year they played it to a stalemate. I remember talking to Leon Searcy during training camp last year. He said, "Wick, I just want a stalemate. Just win some of your battles. Don't just, even if you split them, man, just win sometimes to give these guys a chance." What if they were able to get really, really good, though? I think that is something worth looking into. Let's talk about the defense here on this quick bonus episode. We'll give you some things on the defense I think are probably a little bit easier to come by because where they need these things is pretty much in abundance. We'll talk about that more in just a second here on Locked On Jaguars. Got to let you know about FanDuel, man. If you ever wanted to experience the NBA Finals live and in person, FanDuel is giving you the chance to turn that dream into reality with their NBA sweepstakes. Here's how it works. Use your profit boost on any NBA future, and you'll automatically be entered for a shot to win in an NBA Finals. You can win an NBA Finals trip or two. That's right. Flights, tickets, the whole experience. If you're already looking at the board and thinking, which team can make a deep run? This is the perfect time to lock in. I love futures this time of year, whether it's picking a team to win the championships or grab a conference title. It adds that extra layer of excitement every game down the stretch. And now, not only can you pick up some cash, but you can also get a trip to the finals. Visit FanDuel.com to get started. Use your profit boost on an NBA future and get entered for your chance to win a trip to the NBA Finals. Play your game with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. And today's show is sponsored and brought to you by 5 Hour Energy. We're looking for every aspect of the draft during our 5 Hour Energy flavored draft. We want to know which tasty flavors are the best and which just might be those sleepers. The board is set, the flavors are ready, and only one is going to take the top spot. Man, I feel like this is March Madness here with 5 Hour Energy. All you got to do is pick your top flavor, man. Just describe the flavor, what you like about it, and go take a look at it, because 5 Hour Energy has a wide variety of flavors, and the shots give you a boost with zero sugar. That is a big deal because sugar can do some people dirty, right? And you don't need all of that sugar just because you need some energy. The 5 Hour Energy can take care of that. I'm looking at that confetti craze and that fruity rainbow. That sounds really, really good. Or the cotton candy. Let's see who you think can win. Find your new favorite flavor of 5 Hour Energy shots, available online at 5 Hour Energy, the number 5 Hour Energy.com, or on Amazon. All right, let's kick it around. We're talking about the defensive priority, the overall thing, not necessarily the people, but the thing I hope the Jaguars add to their team. It's hard to talk about a 13-win team like, oh, man, they got a whole bunch of stuff they need to fix. But when you're always fluid and you're always pressing towards it and you're always evolving and you never believe you arrive, it's a good thing to do. I'm sure these dudes are chomping at the bit, man, to get back to the draft because they did such a good job with what they were given last year. And they're going to get Travis Hunter back this year, who was their star pick from last year. And you could almost say star pick from this year too. Because I believe what you're going to really see is him have a super breakout year and make a whole bunch of big plays, especially in the secondary. So while we're talking about defense, here we go. What are we looking for? Tackling and situational awareness. Tackling, I just saw the teams that made it all the way to the conference finals in the Super Bowl, well, with the exception of the Rams and their secondary, but their front seven was very good. These teams will come up and thump you, man, and dudes are flying around on the screen. And you fly around like that, not only because you're fast and not only because you're willing to come up and lay a hat on people, because you have an instinct, and that instinct and situational awareness pops up when you have that navigation system in your head. A pure football player, and you understand the deal. You think about Foye, you think about Travon, and what Josh Allen brings to the table, along with the way Devon Hamilton played last year, and Devin Lloyd, even though he might not be here. And then when you saw Eric Murray healthy and you saw Jordan Lewis healthy, now you're going to get Travis Hunter, and you're going to get another round of free agents and other guys that you draft. That's why I keep looking at guys like Keontae Scott. I keep looking at guys like Kamari Ramsey. Yeah, I'm going to be on him. I hope the Jaguars take him because I see similar players like that playing for Denver, Seattle, New England. And the Jaguars actually had a really, really good defense last year from a run defense perspective. If there was one thing about them that bothered me, though, sometimes things were a little too easy, like late in the Denver game. Sometimes it's a little bit too easy. So I believe what it is they're evolving in the passing game. was a little bit too easy for Josh Allen to just go bip, bip, bip and go down the field when he didn't really have a number one wide receiver threat. These are the things I want the Jaguars to improve: the situational awareness, the tackling. They're going to get Caleb Bransall back. Antonio Johnson is to me, he's a dude that might be up for a contract extension, and everybody's talking about everybody else. Antonio Johnson might be the dude that they say, no, we need to keep him around because he is ascending and he is developing. So that's what it is, man. Those are the things that I'm hoping that Jaguars can go out and get. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to fall that way when they start picking. But these are just universal traits that you really, really want your football team to have. But I want them to really emphasize this stuff this year. On offense, speed and physicality. On defense, tackling and situational awareness. There are folks out there that get that done. Don't be surprised if they sign one of those corners or DBs out of Miami too with the new coach. So we will see if all of that works out. Make sure you check out the Everydayers Club in the description of wherever you watch or listen to your podcast, so you can have access for just $5 a month to our merchandise, as well as a whole bunch of other things, newsletters, information, all that stuff, man. Click on it, find your level of interest. Also, if you listen to shows and don't watch them, you can get the ad-free versions of our audio show also in the Everydayers Club. The discourse is coming. I'm gonna take some time to start dealing with y'all too, but we're gonna worry about that when training camp comes up. We'll get with that as soon as possible too. Thank you for joining me here on Locked On Jaguars. We appreciate you making us your team every day. Take care. We'll see you. It's draft season, baby. You know what it is.